What is up, guys? My name is... Who are you? My name is Asteroid. Wait, what? Go to your YouTube channel, youtube.com/asteroidmania videos right now. Okay. Alright then, so... youtube.com/asteroidmania videos, right? Yeah. Now look at your subscriber count. Well, what is so significant about 394? You're kidding, right? Oh crap! It all makes sense now. If you are seeing this video, that means we have hit 394 subscribers on YouTube, which is crazy. Thank you guys for that. But anyways, if you guys are unaware of the significance behind 394, then we're going to cover that in a sec. But afterwards, we'll get straight into the competitive guide. But anyways, though, there is a person with a username, and his username is Crobat394. He's a very active viewer on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. And he actually asked me, he was like, yo, will you make a competitive guide when you hit 394 subscribers for Crobat? And I was like, sure. So I did it, and you guys are seeing it right here. But if you guys didn't know why 394 is important and why it represents Crobat, is because if you take a look here, with a max EV investment, 31 EVs, and a plus speed nature, you have a total of 394. So I had absolutely no idea that the numbers towards the end of Crobat's name were significant in any way, but they definitely are. So anyways, though, to celebrate 394 subscribers, we're going to be covering... Now, Crobat is a very diverse Pokemon with a lot of potential. You can run it physical, you can run it special, you can run it as a supportive Pokemon. There are a lot of different options, especially with a very high speed stat at base 130. There's definitely a lot you can do with it. So anyways, though, starting off, we have the first Crobat set. With the choice band, it's going to be a physically offensive Crobat. For the moves, you want to go Brave Bird, which is pretty much a staple. That high damaging flying type move with the choice band, and with the attack investment, it's going to be doing a lot. We have Cross Poison for your other stab move, and does have a high critical hit ratio as well, which is very good. Now we have U-Turn for the Switch initiative, and it's very good with that choice band. You can get the damage off, you can switch out, and it's base 70 power, a great bug type move there. Now, Zen Headbutt is fantastic. It's going to allow you to hit the poison types and also have that 20% chance to flinch, which is very good, especially with your high speed stat. You get out speed and go for the Zen Headbutts, try and get some flinches off. But the one problem I had with this was that Brave Bird and Zen Headbutt, they both hit fighting types. And if you have Brave Bird, you really do not need Zen Headbutt. But I figured I'd put it on there just for the poison type coverage, and also for the fact that, you know, if you do not want that recoil, you can go for the Zen Headbutt one turn instead of the Brave Bird. You know, it could make a big difference. That extra recoil damage could be a bad thing. Now, for the stats, you can go max attack, max speed, and 4 in defense. You can also go for the 4 in special defense. It is all your choice. But anyways, though, do not put the 4 in HP, because it's going to give you an even HP stat. And especially with the fact that you're weak to rocks, it's really not going to be that great. Every time you switch into Stealth Rocks, it's going to be doing more and more damage. And with the even HP stat, you will not be able to survive more if you had an odd HP stat. So I'd recommend going for that HP stat. But that all aside, for the ability. Now for the ability, both of these abilities are great. You have Inner Focus and you also have Infiltrator. Inner Focus is going to make it so you cannot flinch. The Fake Outs will not be affecting you and all that good stuff. You won't get flinched by rock slides. All that amazing stuff. And then the Infiltrator is going to make it so you can ignore substitutes and reflects and light screen, safeguards, and mist. So I'm going to let you guys decide. Inner Focus is great for fake outs. So if you're afraid of that, then go for the Inner Focus. If you are concerned about subs and light screens and reflects, then Infiltrator may be for you. So anyways, though, that aside, for the item, we have the choice band trying to raise our attack stat through the roof. And now for the nature, we have Jolly. And I figured, since we're going for the choice band, and it's already raising our attack, we can just go for the Jolly nature and kind of max out our speed. But if you really wanted to, you can go for the Adamant nature instead. Try to get the most out of your attack stat. Your speed is still fantastic without it, so it's really all your choice. But anyways, though, let's move on. Hang on, I completely forgot. But we do have some other physical moves here you can run on this set. We have Facade, which could be great if you get burned, and if you are afraid of that burn, then you could possibly swap out Zen Headbutt for Facade. I could definitely see Facade being a great move on this set. Moving on, we have Pursuit. If you wanted to run that, it could be pretty good to predict switches and all that good stuff. That is definitely an option. And then the final move here is X-Scissor. If you're wanting a more powerful bug type move, then you could swap out U-Turn for X-Scissor. But in my personal opinion, I would just stick to the U-Turn. It's gonna be great for the switch initiative and all that good stuff. So, anyways, now we can finally move on to the next Crobat set. Crobat has a very small special attack stat, but we can definitely make it work with the move Nasty Plot. So, anyways, I really like this set. It's one of my favorite sets with Crobat, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. So basically for the stats, max special attack, max speed, and 4 in defense or special defense. Same reason as before, we want to keep that odd HP stat. But for the nature, I'd recommend going with the modest nature. You can go timid if you would rather have that speed, but since you have such a very low special attack stat to begin with, I'd recommend just boosting it as much as you can and try and get the most of it. So anyways though, for the item we have Life Orb. Now if you really wanted to be risky, you could run Life Orb, but if you'd rather be a bit more safe, you could go with the Focus Sash just to ensure that you do get up that Nasty Plot. And for the ability, we have Inner Focus. As I said, you could run either or. Infiltrator if you would rather break through the subs and break through the reflex and light screens, but Inner Focus could be great for the powerful fake outs. So it is all your choice. Now for the moves, Nasty Plot is the star of the show. You want to get one Nasty Plot up and then try and do as much damage as possible. Air Slash has that chance to flinch. You're going to be faster than a lot of things. So it's pretty much the same thing as Zen Headbutt. You're going to be faster, you have that chance to flinch. Then with the Sludge Bomb there, of course, is that chance to poison, which is very, very good. And then we have the Heat Wave to hit Ferrothorns and Scizors. But you also have some very awesome special moves over here. You have Dark Pulse for the extra coverage. If you'd rather run Dark Pulse instead of Heat Wave, you could do that. If you'd rather have Giga Drain over the Heat Wave, you could have that as well, get some health recovery. If you'd rather have the Shadow Ball, you could go with that. Or if you'd rather have the coverage for the Dragons and go for the HP Ice, then that's definitely a very viable option. But anyways, though, that's pretty much it with this set. You want to just max out your special attack and try to destroy. So anyways though, let's move on to a more supportive Crobat. Crobat has access to a ton of awesome supportive moves that make it a great supportive Pokemon. But anyways though, for the EVs, the idea here is to be as fast as possible while also being somewhat bulky. You want to be able to take at least 1 or 2 hits. But anyways though, for the EV spread, of course, max HP, max speed, and 4 in attack. And go for the Jolly Nature because you want to be outspeeding a lot of things. We're trying to really maximize on that 394. And we're trying to be able to outspeed with Speedy Taunts and get the Speedy Roost and the Brave Birds off. So anyways guys, from the moves you may be able to tell that this set is mostly for doubles. We're going to cover a single battle Crobat in a sec. But anyways though, for the moves, of course, we have Quick Guard. And Quick Guard is so underrated. I'm gonna say it right here, guys. Quick Guard is so underrated because it stops prankster Pokemon, it stops fake outs, it stops pretty much everything in between. Bullet Punch, E-Speed, all that good stuff is blocked with Quick Guard. Now, it also protects your allies as well, so you can protect against the fake outs, make sure none of your Pokemon are flinching that turn, and then you can get a powerful hit off with the Pokemon to your side. So very, very awesome move. Now with Quick Guard in mind, I'd recommend going with Infiltrator here, because the main reason why I like Inner Focus is to stop fake outs, but Quick Guard kind of already does that, so you might as well go with the Infiltrator and be able to stop substitutes and reflects and light screens, while the Quick Guard keeps you safe from the fake outs. But anyways, the Roots is great for the recovery, of course, trying to get that health recovery, very, very awesome. And then the Taunt is fantastic for Pokemon that don't have Prankster, or just for any status in general. Taunt is an amazing move, especially when you have a super high speed stat like Crobat. You can outspeed a lot of threats, get that Taunt off, and be protected. And then if they have Prankster, then you have Quick Guard. So very, very powerful. And then I smacked Brave Bird on there just for the fact of the damage. I like to have at least one attacking move on there. It's also a very high damaging move, so it kind of makes up for your lack of investment in attack. But anyways though, guys, you could run something else. You could run Cross Poison if you're not a fan of the recoil, but keep in mind it's going to be a lot lower base power, and you're going to get walled by steel types. But anyways though, for the item leftovers is fantastic, of course, for the recovery and all that good stuff. So let's move on to the next Crobat. Alright guys, this is the final Crobat, and we have pretty much the same idea here. Leftovers, max HP, max speed, try to outspeed some things, except this Crobat is going to be a single battle supportive Crobat. Now for the moves are a bit different here. That's pretty much the main difference. You want to go with Taunt, Defog, Toxic, and Brave Bird. And since in singles you see a lot of rocks, Defog is definitely not a bad move. You could also smack on Defog to, I don't know, maybe this set right here. You can smack Defog on there if you'd rather have the rock counter, but that is all your choice. Anyways though, moving on, we have Toxic for the Toxic stall. I figured it'd be a pretty good move, just so that way you could get residual damage off. And one thing that I forgot to mention in the previous set is that you could also run Tailwind. Crobat does get Tailwind. If you'd rather have a super speedy Tailwind, then Tailwind is definitely for you. Go with that and try to outspeed a ton of other Pokemon. You could even use Tailwind in singles if you would like. Tailwind is a fantastic move. You can replace Toxic for that, but it is all your choice. Anyways though, for the final move, we have Brave Bird once again, just for the damage output. If you really wanted to, you could swap out Toxic for Protect, and that way you could stall the leftovers, try and get the most out of the recovery there, or you could smack Roost on there. Really, there's a lot of different options, and I recommend going with whichever moveset will fit your team the best, whichever moveset you think will help out the team the best and be the best supportively. If your team is lacking speed, then maybe Tailwind would be for you. If your team is weak to rocks, then Defog would be the move to go for there. But anyways though, that all aside, let's move on to a bit of a bonus set. Yep, Alright, sounds good. Anyways though, that was my manager, and he just said that we have an extra Pokemon that he would like me to cover in this set. So I figured I would, check it out. I'm not sure what Pokemon he wants me to cover, but I'm assuming it is associated with Crobat in some way. So anyways, let's check it out. Let's just see what this... Nope. Nope, not doing it. Nope. Not an option.